We are back on the Morning Brew with friends, and I love this. We've had football players, we've had artists, and now we've got people rescuing horses. This is a fun show today. This is Shar and Stella brought her friend with you this morning. I love that. And you guys are with the Walkin Circles Ranch.
We are.
And you guys are helping get horses back on their feet.
So the New Mexico Horse Rescue at Walkin and Circles Ranch, which is in Stanley, New Mexico, which is about 15 minutes north of Edgewood. We actually take in unwanted, abused, and neglected horses, and we a safe place for them to live, proper nutrition, water, training, and we rehab them so they can one day be adoptable and find their forever home.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But horses are not like dogs and cats. They need a lot of work,
Right.
a lot of care, a lot of feeding, right?
Absolutely.
And so it's not cheap to do that. So you guys have what's called, I love this, it's called the Hug a Horse event?
Yep, the Hug a Horse Community Day is in 2 Saturdays, June 13th from 10 to 3, and we invite everybody to come out to the ranch.
And do you go out and hug horses?
Yes.
Yes.
Kind of.
Do you ride a lot, Stella?
Excuse me?
Do you ride a lot?
Yes, I do. I have like my own American Shetland pony named Galle.
Oh, very cool.
And so like I'll just go back and we go ride.
Very cool. Do you do like Western style riding, or do you do?
We do Western.
Very cool. Very cool. And what kind of riding do you do on Cinnamon here?
She's actually just what should I put? A thing for Hug a Horse. So they're called Noodle Ponies, and so we have them up for adoption, just kind of to raise money for the ranch. And then we're gonna have a Noodle Pony agility course.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
That's one of the kids.
So do you get to make the noodle ponies yourself?
Yes.
That's very cool. And can anybody help make noodle ponies?
My mom did.
We've already made them. They will be up for adoption.
That's very cool.
At the Hug a Horse
So how much
Community.
how much does it cost to adopt a noodle pony?
$5.
$5. That's very cool. And so you guys need a lot of like hands on deck essentially to make all this happen, right?
So the ranch runs on
Donations
Yeah,
and volunteers.
Volunteers and donations are greatly appreciated and immediately impact the lives of horses. And
Very
so
cool.
people can sign up by going to orientation, which we hold once a month on Saturday, and then they can work on a number of teams. We have 10 different teams, from administration to the food team, the horse health team, grounds and maintenance. So however you want to be affiliated with horses.
Right.
we
Stable
provide
mucking?
them. Absolutely. Yep.
That's probably a big one.
Yeah, lots of mucking.
And I think people forget that horses they can be neglected. I mean, we hear a lot about dogs and cats, but horses are a thing. There were some wild horses. There are also some just neglected horses. How big a problem is it?
It's a huge problem because, number one, the drought. So alfalfa is not as prevalent.
When it gets expensive, do farmers let their horses, or horse owners, do they let their horses go?
Yes, we have one horse that was literally just found in Bernalillo walking. Someone had just let her go.
Wow.
There's a number of horses that have just literally
Is that
just.
this one?
That's Indigo, and she's a horse that I'm sponsoring. So the livestock board brought her from Roswell, New Mexico, with a number of other mares, and this is what she looked like. She literally fell out of the horse trailer, starving and dehydrated. And you should see her now. She's beautiful. She's being trained right now and rideable. Yeah.
Is she fast?
She is fast. She's a quick horse.
That's cool. And is that what she looks like now?
Yes, that's actually her winter coat. So she does look a little full right there, but full and furry.
That's very cool. And then what does it take to adopt a horse from the ranch?
So just like any rescue, there's some paperwork and some background checks, and we make sure we have an adoption team that the fit is right. And if people want to sponsor a horse to know if that fit is right, they can do that.
See, that's how I got my dog. It's the worst thing in the world. They said, you could sponsor the dog and have her for a month.
Right.
And this dog came to live with me, and then they started calling, saying, your month is up. And I was like, no, you don't get the dog back now.
Right.
It's kind of like the worst thing to do to somebody. 'Cause
Exactly.
You fall in love with the animal. You do.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's, so, but you can do that with a horse too.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
sponsorship program and an adoption program, and,
Well, that's good, 'cause
and you can
horses
foster a horse too.
Horses are a huge amount of responsibility, more than most household pets.
Absolutely.
And so I think a lot of people can do that to find out too if they actually have it within them or their lifestyle to be able to support a horse too. Right.
Well, and that's the neat thing with the ranch, and that's how we learned about the ranch is, you know, if you can't afford to own a horse, you can certainly volunteer at the ranch and really participate. Absolutely, and work with them and help them and hopefully find their forever loving home.
Right. And you guys need volunteers not just to muck stables, but people who can ride too, right?
Absolutely.
And how does that work? Can I just like call you up and say, I want to, go for a ride this weekend?
We will have you go through the orientation program, which, like I said, is on Saturday once a month. And then after that, you'll meet with the director and a trainer, and we'll assess your riding skills. We certainly don't want to just put anyone on a horse, because these are not trail horses. These are horses that need to be retrained.
Right.
And once you make all those check marks and go through that process, then you will be allowed to work with a horse.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And then just take them out on the ranch and go.
Absolutely.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And so the big event is Saturday the 13th.
Yep, June
And it's the
13th.
Hug a Horse event. We can get some noodle ponies.
Absolutely.
$5 for a noodle pony. And of all the horses at the ranch, who's your favorite right now? What's your favorite horse to ride?
Well, there actually is a horse out there named Cinnamon who's really sweet.
Is that who this noodle pony is named after?
Yes. And she and my Shetland pony Galle are my favorites.
So you're trying to
both
you're trying to convince somebody to help you get a cinnamon horse?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that like, are you like every chance you get, you're telling mom I need a horse?
Yeah.
What, 50-50, 60-40, what do you think your chances are? 20-80?
More on the high end. Yeah.
Awesome. We got our friends from the Odyssey group here. This is so much fun having these guys on. It's the house band on the Morning Brew with Friends.